In 2020, a pipeline carrying carbon dioxide ruptured in Mississippi. The plume of toxic waste forced hundreds to evacuate and sent 50 people to the hospital with dizziness, seizures, some even foaming at the mouth. First responders said it was like a zombie movie.
911. She's laying on the ground and she's shaking. She's kind of drooling out of the mouth. I don't know if she's having a seizure or not. Tell me exactly what had happened. Like, I was driving and I ran into like a lot of fumes. Like, it's a lot of noise going on because I didn't know if anything was going to explode. I don't know what's going on.
Over the weekend, dozens become sick and even more had to leave their homes after a gas leak and explosion in Yazoo County. Around 300 residents evacuate their carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide that leaked into the air after the incident near Sataria.
I think the leak happened, or the rupture happened, somewhere around 7 o'clock that night. The company didn't call in until somewhere around closer to 8. to say, hey, we've got a CO2 leak. So we didn't know what we had early on. And we had no idea it was CO2, which you won't smell, you won't see any of that. We started busting windows. Looking inside there, I didn't think they were alive, just from outside the window. You could barely see any respirations. They were all slumped over the seat. All of them had foam coming out of their mouth. And you know, you get to watch them a little closer. They may have been breathing 6 times a minute, 8 times a minute, which is, it's not good. Once we got them out and got them in ambulances, which was another ordeal in a rural community, getting multiple ambulances there. You know, most communities like that only have one. And once you fill it up, you know, that's it. So we'd had some more coming from surrounding cities and counties. At that point, the command post said that the Weather Service had done a plume model to see where this gas went. And based on that plume model, it went through the village, across a river, and into some agricultural fields where it had some sporadic housing. I think we got an additional 8 out of those houses and brought them back to be taken to the hospital. And I think 40 to 50 people were taken to the hospital that night. After the event, we went closer to the site, and everything was ice. The road was ice, the trees were ice, the wildlife was ice, everything was ice. That's the only way I knew it was some type of CO2. Just everything was frozen.
It has been 5 days since a major gas leak in Yazoo County sent a whole town fleeing their homes.
Well, throughout the week, most have been treated and virtually everyone is back in their homes, but the burden has not gone away.
12 News' Alex Love joins us in studio and explains how these folks are feeling.
One of the closest to Highway 3, the Douglas family home was hit hard by the carbon dioxide leak, but feels they were one of the last to get out.
My wife had brought the dogs out to use the bathroom before we go to bed. The dogs come back in, but she didn't come back in. She was laid up against the porch. She couldn't breathe. I got her in the house. I called the sheriff's department, and they told me we had a gas leak.
Though they didn't require treatment in the hospital, since moving back in Sunday, Larry and his wife have found themselves coughing frequently and ill.
Been sick at our stomach, can't eat, don't have no appetite. Having headaches. We were sitting at the table eating supper the other night. I looked over at her, she had blood running down her nose.
While the company, Denbury, has shut off the pipe and begun the repair process, the Douglases and others have trouble settling back in, fearing an accident like this could happen again.